This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. 5 selected telemarketing phone calls from today. Each of them is an illustration of what I see as a theme in my calling list. People are not only angry, people are angry and say the things that people say when they are in debt. Peter, last 4 digits of his phone number, 0087. May I tell you why I'm calling? I'm on the other line. That's fine. Just remember my voice. I'll call again. Well, what's this about? Debt. I don't need anything. I'm okay. I didn't ask if you needed anything. I thought you were on the other line. I thought you needed to go. Do you have time? I'm just looking. No, I don't. Click. Terry. Last 4 digits of his number, 9657. Terry, can I tell you why I'm calling? Sure. Dad, click. Again, that one is repeated. Again and again, probably maybe 10 times today. Patricia. Last 4 digits of her number, 0312. Yes, I'm Tom Duty. May I tell you why I'm calling? Click. Now, I've probably called Patricia before, so now Tom Duty is a synonym to debt. So Patricia's probably heard me on the voicemail, maybe heard me live before. So now she doesn't have to wait for the word debt. She knows Tom Duty means it's time to click. James, last 4 digits of his number, 2366. Break in the answering machine. This, any telemarketer knows, it's called a list that is overcalled. People not only are uncooperative and angry, but they begin blocking anything out. Again, a list that's overcalled when you're a telemarketer, that phone is ringing 10 times a night and sometimes by the same call center. Now, this doesn't apply to my current situation because I'm a telemarketer working at home alone. But if you're in a call center and you're in a group of 10 people all calling the same leads and those leads are overcalled, now you're calling the same people, many times in the night. In excess, it becomes illegal. And these people have reason to be angry. It gets so bad that if you begin to leave a voicemail, the answering machine gets unplugged, which I've always found funny. It's an act of defiance. Not only will I am angry about these high-frequency calls, but it's so bad that I'm not even going to let you leave a voicemail. Now, this today was just the opposite. The answering machine got interrupted, but in this case, now all of a sudden I have the person. Now, many times in my history, that turns out to be a good call because the person actually was screening the calls and decided, I want to talk to that person, interrupts the answering machine, and begins a conversation. Oftentimes that advances through a series of phone calls. On occasion, those people will enroll, get themselves on their way to getting out of debt. So in this case, that's not what happened. The break in the answering machine was followed by a polite exchange. Hi, may I tell you why I'm calling? Yes. Debt. No, thank you. Click. And here's the last one, Holly. Now, the noise that I'm going to make here is the sound of Holly's son. I'm on with Holly, and I'm Tom Duty. May I tell you why I'm calling? And it's going along just fine. Well, it turns out that the noise that followed debt was that of a son who was on a different phone line. So then the words were exchanged between this mother and son to try to get the son to hang up. At least that's what I thought was happening. And then it turns out both of them hung up. This noise, this guttural sound from a teenager, seems to be a random event. That kid just happened to pick up after I said the word debt. Now, it couldn't possibly have done on cue at the mother's calling, but the timing was strange. Again, the word debt repeatedly in my phone work triggers reactions of panic, of dread, of horror. And this was a sound that described all of those feelings, but it was just a kid who picked up another phone. Now, granted, kids and their mothers tend to be really connected in ways that no one understands. So there's some kind of mysterious mother-son connection that might have been to work here. So maybe the kid was just expressing what his mother was feeling. Who knows? May I tell you why I'm calling? Yes, I do my rough introduction. Dad. Oh! From the teenager of Holly. Tom Duty, middle-aged American, living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, a restful night's sleep.